Hey, welcome to video 13, talking about 3 skills that can turn into income faster than you think. So I'm still at the Silver Pines Lodge in Idlewild, California. Come check it out. Owner's awesome. Inside the tavern, it's like awesome. Not a tavern where you can drink, but it's a lodge inside. It's beautiful. I was doing some videos before. Also wanted to stay. I wanted to have a shout out really fast as well. I stayed at my wife and I stayed at another resort up here, and it was called the Al Hadi Christian Resort, Mountain Retreat and Idlewild as well. That's a really good one as well. If you stay at that one, it's also got a mini golf play, actual golf course that has like miniature golf, and another place where in the summertime they have like swimming stuff there and everything. It's beautiful. It's got acres. They've got a swimming pool there as well. We stayed in the winter, so obviously we're not swimming because it snows up here in Idlewild. But check it out. These two ones, the Al Hadi Christian Resort, and if you can, you don't have to be Christian to stay there. It's just saying, okay. And also check out the Silver Pines Lodge in Idlewild. Great people, and their rates are very reasonable. So, with that, let's start this 13th video here. 3 skills that can turn into income faster than you think. So, the idea is this, that many people already have monetizationable skills. They just don't recognize them, okay? You don't need a new skill. You need to activate an existing one. All right. One of the biggest misconceptions about building income outside a job is the belief you need some special skill, something advanced, something rare, something highly technical. No. And because people believe this stuff, they assume they're not qualified. They think, I don't know enough. I don't have the right skills. I would need to learn something completely new. And sometimes it's true, but most of the time it's not. But the reality is much simpler than that. Skills that can turn into income, skills that could turn into lots of income possibly one day, skills that can solve real problems. The problem is not the lack of a skill, folks. The problem is that most people never look at their current abilities through the lens of value. So in this video, we're going to talk about 3 categories of skills that can turn into income faster than most people think. So, why skills create income? Before we talk about these 3 skills, we need to understand something important. Income is not created by effort alone, income is created by solving problems. People will pay you money for solutions, they pay to avoid frustration, they pay to save time. They pay to reduce their stress. If you can help someone eliminate a problem in their life, you've created value. And value is what people exchange money for. $1 goes into another pocket from one hand to another. Okay? And value is awesome. Because when you start thinking of value, you start thinking about what problems you can help people with and to solve. And this means monetizationable skills, and they don't need to be overcomplicated or complicated whatsoever. They simply need to help someone solve a problem, these monetizational skills. Once you understand this principle, you start seeing opportunities everywhere. So problem solving. The first category is that problem solving. Problem solvers are incredibly valuable. Why? Because people constantly have problems they don't know how to fix. Think about how often this happens in everyday life. Technology stops working, a process becomes confusing, a system breaks, something needs some kind of troubleshooting. People get stuck. And when people get stuck, they start looking for someone who can solve the problem. That's right. That's where problem solvers create value. That's where you come in. Examples of problem solving skills can include fixing technical issues, troubleshooting software, helping someone understand a complicated process, consulting on a specific challenge, performing an oil change, repairing something, improving and an efficient system. Many people underestimate this skill because they think this is easy for me. But that's what's easy for you might be extremely difficult for another person. And that gap between your understanding and someone else's frustration is where the opportunities exist and can create monetizable income. Skill number two, teaching. The second category is teaching. Teaching is one of the oldest and most valuable economic skills in the world because knowledge reduces confusion and people pay to eliminate confusion. Teaching doesn't mean you need to be a professional instructor. Teaching simply means helping someone understand something they currently are struggling with. For example, helping someone prepare for a job interview, helping someone improve a skill, helping someone navigate a process, helping someone understand something you already know. You don't need to be the world's top expert. You only need to be a few steps of someone else. Think about that for a minute. The last time that someone explained something clearly to you, that moment had value because clarity saves time. Clarity reduces mistakes. Clarity creates progress. And that's exactly why teaching skills can generate income. Skill number three, organizing. Okay, the third skill, this may actually surprise many people. Organizing. Organization is extremely valuable because many people struggle with structure. They struggle with planning. They struggle with systems. They struggle with managing information. And when someone who is naturally organized helps someone who feels overwhelmed, the impact can be absolutely huge. Some examples include this: helping businesses organize data, helping individuals organize schedules, helping someone manage information, helping someone create a system. People who naturally think in organizational ways often underestimate this skill. But for someone who feels overwhelmed, organization is incredibly valuable. And value, folks, creates opportunity. How these skills actually turn into income. Let's talk about that. This is practical, okay? How do these skills actually turn into income? It begins with awareness. Once you recognize the skill you have, the next step is noticing where that skill can help some people. Think about the situations where people struggle: technology problems, confusing processes, complex information, disorganized systems. These frustrations exist everywhere. And when someone consistently solves those frustrations, people begin to trust them. That trust often leads to requests. Can you help me with this? Do you know how to fix this? Could you explain this to me? Those moments are signals that have a skill that people value. The next step is simple activation. Instead of helping people occasionally, you offer help intentionally. Okay? You communicate the problem that you solve. You help someone achieve a result. And once someone experiences that result, opportunities often will multiply because people will talk, people recommend. That's why there's a star system, 10 stars, 5 stars. What do you think of this hotel, that airline, this car experience, that experience? When your driver to the taxi, this, that, and the other. People recommend, remember that. People share solutions with others who have the same problem. That's how small skill activation begins creating momentum, not through massive marketing, but through solving real problems. So let's talk about why people still don't activate their skills. Even when people recognize their skills, many still hesitate to activate them. Why? Two reasons. First, doubts. They assume they're not good enough. Nonsense. Don't let anybody ever tell you you're not good enough for that. Don't believe them. There's a reason why people say that. They don't understand you. They're jealous. They don't have the skill you have. They just don't get you. But you get you. God and you get you. That's important. So don't ever let anybody assume, don't ever let somebody assume you're not good enough for something. Okay? They think that someone else knows more. But remember this, you don't need to know everything. You only need to know more than the person you're helping. Second, why people still don't activate their skills? Because their fear of charging money. Understandable. Many people feel uncomfortable asking for payment. But remember something important. If your skill saves someone time, reduces frustration, or helps them achieve a result, you've created absolute value, and value deserves compensation. Remember, you're doing something for your employer, which means that they're paying you for that skill and the value that you're bringing to that company. So, right there, think about that for a second. So, let's close on this. Here's the key idea, okay? You don't need a brand new skill to start building income. You need to activate a skill you already have: problem solving, teaching, organizing. These three categories alone create thousands of income opportunities. The question is not whether you have a skill, the question is whether you're willing to activate it. So be willing. In the next video, we're going to be talking about something so powerful: the difference between a job mindset and an economic power mindset. Because once your thinking shifts, the beautiful brain that God gave you, you start seeing opportunities in places you never noticed before. All right, folks, thanks for listening. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, turn that notifications bell on, comment down below. It helps YouTube push these out to more people who are looking for the same problems that you have. And it really helps this channel grow. So God bless you. I'll see you on the next Build Your Economic Power video. Take care.